Hey, what's up, carnivores? Zach here with American Smoke, and today we're gonna be making me a little bit of lunch. Zach is having some smoked wings for lunch, and we're gonna be doing it on the PK. We're gonna be cooking these wings offset style. We're gonna be using our pellet tube to add a little bit of smoked flavor onto the wings. We're gonna be using just regular old charcoal on one end. I've got my little more grid here to help me get my wings a little bit further away from the heat source. Whereas if I didn't have this, I would have to, spread them all out, and some of them would be a lot closer to the heat than others. This is gonna give me a great opportunity to get even heat distribution onto my wings. So let's go ahead and get our charcoal fired up and get our smoke tube smoking. One of the things that I really like about the grate in this PK is the fact that it's hinged. It really allows you to get in and access your area below your grate without having to remove the whole thing. You just want to let that torch hit those pellets for a few minutes. Get them hot, baby. I don't recommend holding this. I'm just doing it for you guys. Sacrificing my own safety. Give me a like for sacrificing my own safety. How about that? Also, subscribe to the channel. Once that's lit, we can just set this in there and let it do its thing. It'll keep going. If we need to blow that out a little while, we can. What we want to do is we just want to light these right here in the middle. Shouldn't take long just to get an ember going. And I'm just wanting to get enough burning in here to get this pit at about 250. All right, so we've got that going. So we're gonna let that catch for a few minutes. While we're waiting on that to get where we want it, we're gonna go ahead and season up our chicken. All right, so while I still had these in the house, I went ahead and did a light salting on there, and that has pulled out a little bit of liquid. So I just want to pat that dry. Next step is going to be just to spray just a little light olive oil spray onto the wings, just to help the seasoning bond. Then we're going to be going on with a little bit of the BBQ General Rub. This has become sort of my favorite base, and it can be used all alone. I'm not going to go quite as heavy as I normally do when I'm just using it, but I am going to make sure that it's got that on there. Next, we're going to be making some wings with a buddy of mine's product. This is called Grill Glitter, from a friend of mine named Keith. Y'all should check it out. It's got no preservatives or MSG, no artificial flavors, and there's actually no glitter in this product. But I can tell y'all this, I have put this on steak and I have put this on tacos. It is just really good, and the big standout factor for me on this is that it's got some good spice to it. And so it does say to use this with caution, don't put it on real heavy, but I like spice and I have kind of gotten a taste for it. And so I will be putting this on relatively heavy. Plus, you can tell the color of it, it's gonna add some nice color to my wings. We're gonna give that just a moment to sweat on, and then we're gonna flip it all over, spray it down, and season the other side the same way. Okay, so now that we've got both sides of the chicken wings seasoned up, we're going to go ahead and get these on. Our smoke tube has got a nice plume of smoke coming out of it, and I've got a nice little bed of embers right there in the center of my coals. We're just going to start off putting these onto this little more grate that I just got. You can get this little more grate for your PK. You can get it from PK's website, or you can also get it on Amazon. I actually caught this on a deal of the day thanks to a friend of mine on one of the barbecue groups that I'm in on Facebook. Y'all should get into some of those barbecue groups. I'm about to start a group. I've got a page, but the page I thought that I was starting a group, and I started a page, and apparently the pages are not for building an audience. If y'all want me to start a group and y'all would like to get into American Smoke barbecue group, just let me know, and that'll help me to get motivated to get on that, doggone it. But this little more grate's really good for cooking, especially when you got a smaller grill like this, because it just lets you have more space away from your heat source. All right, so let's shut this down, and then we'll regulate our airflow to achieve 250-ish degrees, something like that. But right now, I'm gonna open these up about a quarter turn, probably half, and we're gonna let the temp come up to 250, and then we'll start to dial it down just a little bit. What I have done at this point is I have fully shut off the air port that's above my heat source. I have fully opened up the one that is above my chicken, and I have also opened up fully the air supply to the bottom right below my coals and shut down the air supply here. That way we're not wasting heat out of this port. All of it's making its way over here in order to escape, and we're gonna get some really good smoke on our chicken that way. All right, carnivores, we are about 30 minutes into this process. I think it's time to sneak a peek and see what it do. Oh, mama. I don't know about y'all, but that be looking kind of good to me. Smoke tube is still kicking out smoke. Coals are still rolling. Let's shut her back down. All right, folks, so we have got our chicken wings in the smoke for a little over an hour now. Hour 15, maybe an hour 20, something like that. And we're gonna go ahead and check them out and see what sort of internal temp. Oh, dear Lord in heaven, that looks delicious. Oh, please be ready so I can eat you. 168. Let's check these on the bottom. Skin has not gotten where I want it yet, and that's because the temp isn't there yet. So we still got a little bit longer to go. I'm gonna stir up my coals just a little bit. Tell me those ain't pretty. So all I'm gonna do is just lay this over like that, and we're gonna stir these coals up to make sure that they're getting fresh oxygen. You need to do that every once in a while. Don't let that smoke tube get too directly underneath your chicken because it will create more of a direct heat, and we're wanting all offset heat. Man, don't these just look glorious? That smoke is attaching very nicely. And I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of coal too, because we're not too far from being done, and I wanna put a sear on them when we get them out of the low and slow mode. So I'm just gonna put another handful of charcoal right there on top, strategically placed. I'll shut that down, and we'll be ready to rock and roll now. Say goodbye to the chicken for now. Bye-bye. Okay, so we are right there at that 2-hour mark now, and I think it is probably gonna be close to time to put the sear on these bad boys and be done. Oh my dear Lord. How could it just keep getting better? Skin is getting a lot more tender now. Yep, it's time, 175. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is good news because I have managed to get desperately hungry. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let's get y'all a closer look at these things while I prep the coals. All right, so y'all can try and find something prettier than that if you want to. Good luck. Good luck to you in your quest to find something prettier than those wings right there. And so the reason I'm gonna put these over the coals is they're sitting at around the 175 mark, which, you know, obviously look at them, they're ready to eat. What this quick heating directly over the coals is gonna do, it's gonna render out just the last little bit of that fat that's underneath that skin, and it's gonna make the skin that much thinner and that much more bite through. We might even get a little bit of a crisp on there. I think it's just a little bonus step that we can do to get to that next level. So we are just gonna set that directly onto that grate right there. Get a little seary going. These look so good.
Oh, I'm so happy.
You want to be careful because that fat is going to be rendering out like crazy. You're going to have some little flare-ups happen. We're not going to cook them over these coals for long, just long enough to thin that skin out a little bit. But I mean, you can't mess these up unless you just burn them. I think I'm going to bring y'all around here, see what I'm seeing from the other direction. Now there's a better look at the color. So we're sitting at about 170 degrees, 171. So we're not gonna hurt anything by letting these get just a little bit warmer. And so the good news about doing it in this offset fashion with this little more rack here is that I can get this out of the way by setting it over there, and I can rotate in some of these wings that are maybe in a cooler spot over the hotter spots. I'm getting a super fast breakdown on that fat. So you want to be real careful because we got skin exposed. You got to keep a close eye on it. As soon as you start getting a flare up on that skin, that means it's pretty well, you've liquefied the fat. You basically got gasoline running out of your chicken wings. Gosh, these look good. Holy jeez, holy jeez. And I believe that's it. These wings are literally falling apart now. And you gotta be real careful because my tongues are sort of boogering up my skin. I just realized that. There you have it in all its glory. PK smoked wings. We're gonna get these and let them cool for a little bit. Get them into a tray. Oh my gosh, it's hard to stop looking at them. Okay, carnivores, so our PK smoked and then seared wings are officially done, and they are just a thing of beauty. I'm so happy with how they turned out. You know, we cooked them, and wow, I mean, the skin on these things, it's just, I don't know if the lighting will get it because I got the sun coming down behind me, but wow, majestic wings, majestic. And just pulling right apart. Oh my gosh, y'all. If that ain't pretty, I don't know what is. Let's get a taste and see what's going on with these things. Ooh, big piece of skin. Man, great flavor, intense smoke flavor. The combination of that BBQ General Rub from PS Seasoning and the grill glitter got that perfect little kick of spice as it goes down your throat, hits you in the back of the throat there. Moist and juicy. We tried to move them over to the direct heat when they hit about 175. If y'all have watched any of my other wing videos, y'all know I like to cook my wings up to 185, 190. I ain't scared of it. Man, that is just world-class wings right there. Great texture on the skin because we went direct heat for a little bit. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If there's anything that I forgot to cover, make sure to ask me in the comment section down below. Make sure to smash that like button for me. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, let's go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.